inches, one broke bone. Yeah. Both occasionally break the rules. Maintainer and defender, scars we don't show. Blood from the war still stuck in our soul. Truth in the glass for the nights we don't sleep. Warriors of whiskey for the brothers we keep. Warriors and whiskey. Steel and smoke, don't test me. Warriors and whiskey. Built from grit, not pretty. Crack the bottle, lock it in, let's go.
Hey guys, I'm Matt.
And I'm Hayden.
And this is Warriors and Whiskey Real Talk Podcast. Next episode.
Yeah, man.
We've done about several. So it's been a good time. Enjoyed it. I think we finally got some of the stuff taken care of, the editing and everything. We appreciate all y'all that were, patient with us with the last few episodes. There were some editing issues and everything, but we just want to get some information get out there so you guys can see what you're looking at and what we're talking about here. So we already got a bottle picked out for this episode because it directly relates to what we're talking about. So we got Buffalo Trace White Dog Mash 1. Now you notice it's clear. There's a reason for that. We'll go into that in a minute. All right. So
I'm a little nervous about this one.
I haven't had this. Neither one of us have.
I've never tried it before.
Okay. So yeah.
I just keep thinking about like moonshine. That was good.
That was a good one.
Yeah.
I like to see. You guys know I love a good cork pop. So, I promise, guys, this is not water. I'm a little nervous.
Smells weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll have to see. Let's see what that's about.
Oh, there's the alcohol smell.
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna stick this.
Yep, you got it.
Yeah. All right. So,
Cheers, buddy.
Cheers. Cheers, y'all.
I do not like that.
Ooh, that's got a bite, brother.
Yeah, that's got some zip.
Ooh, man.
Oh, it's got a weird aftertaste.
Yeah, I'm not. It's different.
Yeah, that might be one sip and I'm done.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's not the greatest. But again, we're about real talk, so we're going to tell you how we feel.
Yeah.
Not a fan. It's yeah. We're going to go into what that's about and why we chose this. But the title of this episode is The New Make and Starting Over.
Mm-hmm.
So both of us are in transition. You a little bit more so than me.
Yep.
And we got to figure out how to start from scratch again.
Yeah.
Kind of at the bottom, right?
Yeah.
But new make, when you're talking about vehicles, right? It's still kind of a blank slate.
Mm-hmm.
There's no color on the vehicle. It's just kind of, it's down to metal.
Yeah.
And they got the frame, they got everything going, but it's just kind of sitting there. Today we're going to talk about the seasons of life and how we're in a transition from one season to another, and what that's like transitioning, and how to handle being a new guy, being a noob again, right? So this whiskey, the White Dog, it is what you get before you age whiskey in
Before
a
it
barrel.
goes into the barrel.
Yeah, before it goes in the barrel. And if you didn't know, folks, that is what gives whiskey its color.
Mm-hmm.
It's, very lush, dark color is the aging in the barrel.
Yeah.
And it takes years and years and years.
And
most whiskeys are 4 years at least
yeah,
in the barrel. So
it gives it a lot of its flavor. The notes I hear people talk about when they're trying bourbon, they'll
yeah,
get like different notes out of it,
yep.
especially for somebody, I guess, who has a refined palate. Not so much me, but yeah, this is like pure gasoline.
It is. It's
Yeah, I'm not taking another sip.
I don't know. I don't know. It's they're definitely different.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not a huge fan. But yeah, so it's basically at the beginning of
Yep.
its life. And it's, they've done all the mash, they've done the distilling and all that. But this is what you get when you would just not put it in the barrel.
Mm-hmm.
It has almost kind of a vodka-ish type
It does.
taste,
Yeah.
which makes sense because a lot of whiskey distilleries will make vodka and gin because it doesn't take as long to make either one.
Mm-hmm.
So it's almost kind of like between a vodka and a gin. It also has some of that kind of the gin flavor,
Yeah.
I'm not a gin guy.
Neither am I.
So I don't know much about it to be able to talk too much about it. But yeah, it's definitely interesting. I put some bottles out. I went shopping this weekend.
Brave the storm the other day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you're not from Wyoming area or Cheyenne area in Wyoming, we got some snow and ice. It was super cold.
Mm-hmm.
So Hayden and I have been talking about ice fishing and wanting cold, and it got cold for us. It's warmed up a little bit, but it's still below freezing.
Yep.
So, but
I actually dug out all my ice fishing stuff. So
nice.
We just got to go.
Yeah, that's exciting. Yeah, and it looks like it's going to stay. It's going to stay cool. I think winter's here to stay for a little bit for us. Finally. Dang. But no, I went out in the snow a little bit on Sunday. Yeah, Sunday, I guess it was. Went down to Colorado to a spot, and then went to a couple spots around here. I picked up about 7 bottles.
Yeah, you sent me that picture. I was like, golly, son. You went shopping.
Oops.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did. Well, and all of them but 2 were store picks.
Yeah.
The E.H. Taylor was not a store pick, and then the Four Roses was not a store pick. But anyway, so that Horse Soldier I have right there, that's a store pick. And the Russell's Reserve up here on the left-hand side, one of our close friends, Ryan, and yeah, he gave me permission to shoot his name out there. He actually wants to be on the show.
Yeah.
I was talking to him today about it. He's super excited.
Oh shit. That's awesome.
Yeah. But he was telling me that the liquor store that we go to quite often in town had it. And it was like, I want to say it was like $60, like $55, I think it was.
That's not bad.
Yeah, no, I haven't had it yet. It's obviously it's still sealed.
I like Russell's. They make good stuff, man.
But I do want to test it out at some point. Maybe next episode we'll have a pour or something.
Yeah.
So, but well, let's get into what it's like to be a noob again.
I know, man.
And what that's gonna be. I think for you, it's a bit closer than me.
Yeah.
I know you've been looking at the real estate thing and all that. So,
luckily for me, I'll be doing all the new stuff on my own because I'm not going to be working for. Well, if the plan goes the way I want it to, I won't be getting hired onto like one of these, already established real estate agencies like Century 21 and all those different companies that you see. I'll be primarily working for myself.
That's nice.
Because what I'm learning is this company that I'm currently skill bridging with, they're like an umbrella company, and they just do like the paperwork side of the house. There's no brick and mortar, actual office. So that's one thing I'm going to have to do as soon as we get a house down in Mississippi is build myself an office. And it'll probably turn into my podcast studio as well. But it is kind of a weird feeling starting over at almost 40. You know what I mean?
I crossed 40 4 years ago, bud.
Yeah, but it's just
I'm going to be starting over at 45.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. They don't teach you this in the military, this part of it. You know
No.
what I mean? They do their
No.
best. They explain some things, but they don't really teach you what you're going to be doing as far as, like you said, being the new guy.
Yeah.
And for me, it's a completely opposite side of the house for what my career field was. You know what I mean?
I don't think you could be much more different
And-
from going from security forces, badass to selling houses.
yeah.
You know, like it's completely different. You're
Yeah.
a businessman now.
Yeah, man. I'm gonna have to dress nice.
Do you know how to put on a button-up shirt?
I
Like,
do.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you have a tie? Do you own a tie?
It's a clip-on.
And when I say a tie, I mean not the Air Force tie.
No,
You
no,
know, do you have a tie that's not Air Force blue?
I do not. I do not.
I've got a bunch, so you're more than welcome to go shopping. Okay, I've got so many, I'll never wear them all.
I used to have a bunch. We used to get fancied up every now and then
Yeah,
down in Mississippi, take the wife out to dinner and stuff
Yeah.
like that. But yeah, good thing is I'm moving to Mississippi, so business casual for them is a fishing shirt and some shorts and some flip flops.
very true, very true. But
So
you're likely to go some meetings or something somewhere. You might need a
yeah, I will have to get some sort of a
yeah,
suit jacket, stuff like
Yeah.
that.
yeah.
I guess my blues won't work for that anymore.
No, I don't think so.
No.
I don't think that'll work. But yeah, because I mean that's the most dressy thing we have is our blues and our mess dress. You know,
Yep.
that's usually when we're dressing up. That's what we're
Yep.
dressing up in. Is
I
our blues.
already donated my mess dress. I gave
Nice.
that to one of my troops over at TRF.
Nice.
Yep.
Good. Yeah, because that stuff's expensive.
Real
That
expensive,
shit is
man.
real expensive.
Yep. And he just made master. He should be putting on here soon too, I
Yeah.
think.
Nice. So he'll use it.
Yeah.
He'll need
100%.
it. Yeah, he'll need it. So good. That's good, man. You're good passing it down.
Mhm.
But no, that transition that we're talking about, it's humbling
It is.
because like I know when you're in security forces, at least here, like you were the guy.
Yeah.
You knew, you knew it all.
Mhm.
You were the one that people were looking for and looking at to teach them and tell them how things were and what it was about. And now you're the new guy.
Yeah.
You're the brand new, A1C out of tech school, if
Yeah.
you will. Right.
It's scary, man.
I can, yeah, I'm looking at that too. I was talking to a friend of mine from back home yesterday, and we were talking about that.
Yeah.
He retired about a year ago, and he said that was one of the biggest transitions was he was a crew chief too. and
Okay.
he's working in the aircraft industry right now.
Oh, so he kind of stayed.
Yeah,
the
yeah, he
same.
stuck with it. But
That's
when
good,
he
though.
started, he was the new guy.
Yeah.
Like he was not the guy because it was a new airframe, right?
Mhm.
And the civilian sector does a lot differently than the military does. So he was the new guy. He went from the guy that everybody went to that knew
Mhm.
ultimately everything to the guy that was brand new that didn't know shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's a good way to humble you, I guess, if you're a little bit arrogant, and you
Mhm.
won't be anymore.
Yep.
Because I think about that quite often. Like
Yeah.
what's it going to be like to not, especially transitioning? Because I'm going to go straight from being a first sergeant right into civilian world,
Yeah.
and a lot like you, I'm going to have my own business. I'm going
Mhm.
to do home inspections.
Yep. And
But-
eventually a distillery.
Yeah, well, that's hope. We hope.
Hoping.
That's what we're working for.
Yeah.
And and the distillery piece. I'm sorry, folks. I got a lot of drainage going on. Hayden and I are quite a pair right now.
Yeah. I don't know if if you're watching, you notice that I'm a little stiff. I threw my friggin' back out, and I'm in a
Old
considerable
man.
amount of pain right now.
Man.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's not feeling good. We didn't know if we were going to get this done tonight.
No, I
so
honestly.
I was concerned, but I'm glad you're here with us.
Yeah, man.
I hope you feel better, man. But I mean, take that to the head and maybe you'll feel better because
Dude,
that's.
I can't.
I think it says it's a 125 proof too.
Yeah,
so it's pretty it's got some kick to it.
That
So,
flavor is just not.
no, it's not there. It's not
But-
there. But no, so especially I've been doing home inspection a little bit, so I won't be so new there. But especially if I am fortunate enough to get into the distilling, process, that's going to be like, I don't know anything. I mean,
Yeah.
I've watched some YouTube videos and read some stuff about
YouTube
it.
University, baby.
Yeah, I got my PhD at YouTube University.
Yeah.
Right.
Got our PhD in drinking bourbon, not
Yes, I
making
do.
it.
Not making it. Yes. Now I can drink it and I can tell you the notes and I can talk to you about what it tastes like.
Yeah.
I can't, and what it smells like, but I can't make it. I can't make it. So yeah, it's something that's, it's a process that we're just going to have to work through,
Mhm.
And then it's even going to be, especially for you, it's going to be a completely different, world for your family too.
Yeah.
Like it's probably going to be nice that you have a normal schedule again.
Yeah.
I mean, they've gotten probably used to having you home now because you've been a couple months now.
Yeah, with the skill bridge.
Yeah.
They definitely enjoyed it. I get to do things like take my kids to school.
That's a great thing.
I get to do things like, oh, what's that called? Sleep.
Yeah.
No phone calls in the middle of the night, and it's definitely nice. But yeah, I know like the wife is really excited about it because I'm actually able to help her out with some stuff, especially running the kids around, doing all that kind of crap.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, the starting over part, that's gonna be different, man. And I don't know. I like that kind of challenge though. You know what I mean? Like testing
Yeah.
yourself,
Yeah.
learning something new.
It is a challenge.
Yes.
It's like, okay,
Yeah.
I gotta do this. It's not like we have a choice.
No, yeah.
There's
gotta
no
make
choice
money.
here. Yeah.
So
Yeah. The transition going from military to civilian is tough just in itself, right?
mhm.
Putting away all those things that we've learned and that we've done, and the relationships you build in the military world versus the civilian sector.
Yeah.
But then you think about it's a whole new life.
Mhm.
Everything you knew is no longer there.
Yeah.
And life as you know it, right, as you knew it before you stopped working, before you got it, we're basically done, is over.
Mhm.
And now you're starting over. You're starting from scratch. It's almost like graduating high school
Yeah, man.
and going out into the world again. Like, what the hell? Because we never went out into the world.
No.
I graduated high school, went to college for a couple of years, and then went to the military. You graduated high school, went to the military.
Yeah.
So, it was very much, we don't know what the world is like out there. I hear
really.
about it a lot,
Yeah.
but I've never seen it. I've never lived it really.
Yeah.
So it's something that I think a lot of people can, relate to,
Mhm.
Because changing jobs, I've got a couple of friends that graduated. Wow. I'm struggling over here too, bud. That retired a couple years ago, and they're already on their second and third jobs.
Yeah.
And so they've transitioned multiple times for different reasons,
Mhm.
right? A lot of it was they just didn't feel like it wasn't a good fit.
Yeah.
It wasn't a good fit for them.
I know some of my friends who have retired, as soon as they got out, they got some. Yeah.
I don't know what it is about it. I'm sorry, I interrupted.
Oh, you're good. But they got like a bullshit job right out the gate just so they could quit. Just so they could walk in and be like, I quit. Oh, that felt good, and then leave. Like,
Yeah, because we can't do that in the military.
no.
So no, that makes sense. Yeah, I
Mhm.
could see that. Well, I mean, if you think about it, when you graduate high school, go into the workforce immediately, go to a vocational school or go to
Mhm.
college, whatever it is, most people don't keep the same job that they got when they graduated high school or college or VOTEC
Yeah.
20 years later.
Yeah.
They're usually on their third, fourth, or even fifth job for different reasons. But, like you said, in the military, you can't just quit.
Yeah.
That's called AWOL. You go to prison for that. But that's a whole different lifestyle.
Mhm.
Where you can, if you're not happy for whatever reason,
Yep.
or maybe it's not a fit, or your family says, I don't like it here, I want to move, you can just move.
Yeah.
You prepare yourself, you do all the things, and you just pick up and move. Military, they tell you.
Yep.
They've told you. So that can be liberating, but it can also be kind of scary.
It is scary, man. That's like sometimes I'm still doubting myself a little bit if I'm making the right choice as far as a career path going into real estate, because you only make money off of the commissions from selling the houses. Like,
Yeah.
it ain't no 9 to 5. I can just
Yeah.
go clock in somewhere and earn a paycheck.
Yeah. It's not guaranteed.
Nope. But again, I think it's fun, right? I feel like it. I like the challenge, doing something new. And it's gonna, dude, there's so much I have to learn. I started watching podcasts done by realtors, for realtors,
Yeah.
and the amount of information that's out there and whatnot, it's definitely helping the transition.
good.
You know what I mean?
That's good. Yeah.
But still, yeah, I got a lot of shit I got to learn.
Yeah. You're totally starting from scratch.
Yeah.
I mean, just like 100% completely.
Mm-hmm.
Moving to a new spot,
Yeah.
new house, new job. Your wife's getting a new job.
Yeah.
It's a whole new thing. I would be interested to hear, and maybe we can try to find somebody that has that military service and throughout their lives how they've done that, because most people in the corporate world, they have,
Yeah.
they've moved or they've transitioned to different jobs or whatever, and it's just kind of a way of life for them.
Mm-hmm.
Just like PCSing is to us, just like deploying is to us.
Yeah.
That their way of life is, they get options. They have options. They have any option they want.
Mm-hmm.
They don't like the job, they can just put in their 2-week notice and
Yeah.
quit. But
I was actually talking to a buddy of mine back home, and he was exactly what you're saying. He works for a paper mill,
Mhm.
and all the different things that are in there. So he has those options as he's gone through his career. He's moved his way up the ladder a bit. But he was messaging me that, and he's like, "Yeah, man, I can kind of relate to some of the stuff you guys are talking about." He's like, it's constant learning process, 100%. And it's definitely, I don't know, I feel like it's easier for people on the outside as far as like not being in the military. They're used to that, and I 100% am not.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, because they've been living it for,
Yeah.
especially, our age,
Yep.
40 plus, 40, 45, between that range, 38 to 45, right?
Mm-hmm.
Most people have been in the workforce for, at a minimum of, maybe 18 to 20 years,
Yeah.
at least, depending on whether, college and all that stuff.
Yeah.
But it's been just a way of life for them. So it's interesting how we're walking into a world where everybody else around us, it's normal.
Yeah.
That's what they've lived. And we're walking away from what is normal to us.
Mm-hmm.
But can you imagine a 40-year-old going from the civilian sector
Into
to the military?
Oh,
I mean,
golly.
there's age cutoff, so obviously
Yeah.
that's not real. But if it was
Yeah.
a 38 to 44-year-old,
Mhm.
damn it, I'm old, going from civilian sector to the military, that would be just as big of a shock
Mm-hmm.
as it would for us going from military to the civilian sector.
Oh yeah, 100%, man.
And for those of you that aren't military and have not served, that's kind of a way for you guys to think about it. Is that if you were to transition to the military right now, what would it be like for you? And that's kind of what we're looking at.
Mm-hmm.
But the difference is we don't have an option. I mean, you could stay a few extra years if you wanted to,
Yeah.
but no matter what, our service ends.
Yeah.
Eventually.
Eventually.
No matter what it ends, whether it's 20, 24, 26,
Mhm.
or 20, 24, 28, or 30 years, 26 or 30 years, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Either way, as enlisted, those are the years. Those are the max years. So at some point, it ends.
Mm-hmm.
And so we have to transition, and there's not a lot of time because, I've been thinking about, I need to start preparing. There's not but so much I can really do. I mean, the medical stuff, right? Going to my doctor, making sure everything is, is all good there and everything's
Mhm.
documented. Yes. And then, start looking at what I want to do when I grow up.
Yeah.
But other than that, like, it's not like you can put in job applications or resumes because, you're a year plus, I'm a year plus out. So
Yeah.
that's not a realistic thing. it'd be hard to start looking for places to live right now, because if you bought something now you're paying ultimately, two mortgages,
hmm
because we do pay for base housing. For those of you that don't know that, a lot of people, civilians, they think it's free.
Oh yeah, no,
But no, we do. It's basically rent, is what it is.
Yeah.
It's rent. We just don't see it.
and
It
they're
doesn't-
real quick about getting their money.
yeah, it does come out of our paycheck. So you can't really do that a year plus out.
Yeah.
So you just kind of sit and keep doing what you're doing, knowing that the end is near.
hmm
And it's I know for me, where I'm at right now, it's very nerve wracking,
Yeah.
because there's so many unknowns that I haven't really talked to too many people, what it's like out there yet.
Yeah.
I got a lot of civilian friends, but haven't really gone into details. So it's probably time for me to start doing that, I guess. But so
Yeah,
you feel like you're ready?
No. God, no, man.
I figured.
We still
gonna
have
say
so
that.
much stuff we've got to do. And it's like you said, we can't, my biggest concern is I've never even bought a house before. This will be my first home purchase.
Oh wow. Okay.
So like I'm checking a lot of new things off
Yeah.
in this transition.
Because you PCS'd a good bit, so you just never really had a chance.
No. We tried, we shopped, we almost bought a house in Oklahoma, but I don't know. Kind of glad we didn't.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, it's I'm not ready at all.
Yeah. Yeah, you will be.
Yeah.
You'll get there.
We're working on it, you know.
Yeah, you do still have some time.
Mhm.
You got all the way through the summer before you're leaving, right? June,
May
July. Oh,
is
May.
when we're
Okay.
leaving.
Okay.
So my final out is on May 20th.
Oh wow.
I'm gonna
Okay.
drive the U-Haul to my final out and then get on the
Looking
road.
just like you are right now, probably.
What's that?
I said looking just like you are right now, probably.
Probably, yeah.
What are they gonna do?
Yeah, I'm
Do you know?
gonna basically, as soon as my final out is done, I'm heading for the gate, man.
Yeah.
Getting on the road.
Yeah.
It's a long drive, so
Yeah. No, it is long. From here to Mississippi, yeah, you going a distance.
yeah.
It's a long ass way.
Yep.
But, yeah. So when you were, say, 6 months ago, because it was about 6 months ago when you decided, right? Or was
Yeah.
it about 6 months ago?
Yeah.
So when you decided, you made that decision, and there was a lot to that decision, and
Yeah.
you've kind of touched on it. We don't have to go down that road right now. But when you made that decision, what were some of the things that you were thinking about? What were some of the steps that you took pretty quickly once you were like, all right, I'm hitting the button, I'm done?
First thing I did was I got into my network, man, and I send out those lifelines to a bunch of friends. Some of them are mutual friends,
Yeah.
like, hey, I need advice. I just
Yeah.
clicked the button. My retirement's been approved.
Yeah.
What's next?
Yeah.
And then my other thing was, like you said, going to the doctor, right? Making sure
Mhm.
that was good to go. And I started my VA process actually the day I could, 180
Yeah.
days out.
Yeah. That's important.
So, but other than that, man, it was kind of,
It's good.
is that the work phone?
No, it's good.
Yeah, I don't know, man. It was nerve wracking for sure, but also exciting. It was a happy feeling
Mhm.
because shit, I remember my first reenlistment. That's when I knew I was going to do 20. And then I thought to myself, like, Jesus, 20 years, that seems so far away. And now it's here. And I'm kind of, I don't know, in awe how fast it went and how, I guess, unprepared I was,
Yeah. It sneaks up on you.
Yeah.
I know this time last year, I wasn't thinking about, I've got less than 2 years left. I wasn't thinking that way. I was in it. Well,
Yep.
For a lot of good reasons, but I wasn't in it. I wasn't even thinking about it. Now I think about it every day.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, man, what do I need to be doing?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm sure you reached out to Kane.
Oh, 100%.
Since Kane asked us to throw his name out. Yeah.
Yep,
What's up, bud? So he worked with both of us, and he retired. God, when did he retire? 8 months.
Yeah, about probably.
Yeah, because it was 2025,
Yeah,
but
8, 9
it
months
was
ago.
early 2025. I think maybe the middle. like maybe March-ish timeframe, something
Yeah, I
like
think
that.
so.
But yeah, I know that he's talked to you because he told me he was
Mhm.
like, hey, when you want to start talking, like let me know because
Yeah.
a lot of lessons learned, that he had.
Yeah.
Um,
Now he helped me out a lot for sure. Just because he had literally just lived the
yeah,
process,
yeah,
and there was a couple phone calls where, I just asked him questions for like an hour and
yeah,
took write stuff down, things that I needed to make sure I was getting taken care of. Um, but yeah, yeah, he definitely was one that I reached out to quite a bit,
yeah,
and he was very helpful. Thanks, buddy.
yeah,
You did help out quite a bit.
yeah. I'm gonna be reaching out probably the next month or so because I
Hmm.
need to start getting on like some of that VA process and all that. I know, he had mentioned that transition
Yeah.
was tough on him for a
Yeah.
while. He trying to find his niche, trying to find what was going to fit, what was a good fit for him.
Hmm.
He had his housing situation handled because his family was down there because he is geobaching when he was here.
Yeah.
But as far as the job and just who you are and all that kind of stuff, that was a big transition. I know he said he was talking to me about that for him. So that's I think we all go through that. We all go through that time frame where we're kind of lost, kind of just wandering around like I
Hmm.
don't know what the hell to do here.
Yeah.
I'm out here, world.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
here I am, ready or not. And it's a daunting process.
Hmm.
Um, yeah,
No, for sure, man. And I, I don't even know how to put it into words, half of the feelings and emotions that I went through,
yeah,
Um, but yeah, starting over at a whole new career that's definitely going to be something in its own. But like for you, you mentioned you have your own business right now, right?
hmm
For home
yeah,
inspection, and
yeah,
you're just going to jump into that.
yeah. That's the plan. I got some. I've updated thanks to Kane. Told me to do this.
Hmm.
I updated my resume on LinkedIn, just a
Okay.
general resume on LinkedIn. And I've gotten couple folks in the aircraft industry reaching out.
Yeah.
But and I'll see. I'm gonna keep my options open.
Yeah.
That's the plan right now. But I don't know what it's gonna be like in where I'm at in East Tennessee,
Hmm.
or how things go. So it'll be interesting. It'll be interesting to see where things lead me because
Yeah.
I will put I'll probably adjust my uh, resume and I'll
Yeah.
put a better one out there and I'll probably see what's available in the area and because right, money talks, opportunities. I'm not gonna turn down opportunity.
Hmm.
It'll and we'll see what happens. But yeah, my plan is I don't necessarily want to work for somebody else and have to punch a clock. If I want to have a 3-day weekend, I can just not schedule clients that day,
Yeah.
on a Friday or a Monday or whatever. If I want to take a week off and go hunting or camping or just do nothing, I want to be able to do that. Obviously I'm gonna have to work and I need to make money and all that stuff.
Yeah.
But having that levity to be able to just kind of make my own schedule is going to be nice. It might cause me to fall on my face though, without because I'm gonna go from all the structure in the world to literally zero structure
Yeah.
because I don't even have a wife to tell me what to do.
Yeah.
Connor's almost 20 and I don't, so it's just going to be me. So I'm going to be wandering around aimlessly going, oh man, I got no structure. I got nobody telling me what to do. I don't work for anybody. I
Hmm.
work for myself. I'm not sure how that's going to work out. And that's part of the reason why I think I'm going to leave things open in case I end up falling down a path that I
Yeah.
might want to catch myself and come back the other way a little bit.
I've thought about the same thing because I've kept my eyes open for similar jobs that relate to security forces, being a
Mm-hmm.
cop, um, just in case that.
Yeah.
Like, so if real estate doesn't work out for me, if I'm not making any money, definitely going to throw the resume out around down there and see what I can do. Maybe I can get a security job. Or the beautiful thing is we have the Air Force base right there, and there's a Navy CB base just down the road in Gulfport.
Okay. Nice.
And then there's a couple of Army posts there too. So realistically, I always had that security blanket. I could
That's
always
good.
try to get a GS job or something like that and just work on the base.
Yeah. Yeah, that's always an option for all of us, to get close to a base. There's no bases where I'm going, not anywhere close.
No.
So, I mean, I'd have to look. There's an Army base in Tennessee somewhere, the eastern side. I'm just not sure exactly where.
Yeah.
But there's no Air Force bases anywhere close.
Yeah.
The closest Air Force base would be the other side of North Carolina or South Carolina or up in Virginia, which is too far of a commute. Talking about hours.
Yeah.
But no, that's always an option for us. I don't know about you, but when I'm done, I kind of want to make a clean break. I don't
do.
know if I want to sit in the middle. I was actually talking to Ryan about that, and he was like, because I was talking to him today in his office, and I was telling him, I was like, I'm concerned about what, who I am and my identity, and he was like, why do you think I took this job? He's a civilian now. He's a retiree. He did 20. I think he did 24, actually. He did
Really?
over 20.
Yeah.
20, 23, something like that. Maybe not quite 24, but I think he did over 20. And he was CE. And now he works in CE, the same place where he retired from, just as a civilian. And he's like, why do you think I did that? Because I still have a piece of the military. I'm still kind of in it a little bit.
Yeah.
And so that's always an option, as long as you're close to a base, which is good for you. Like I'm glad about that. So it gives you just one more thing that you can, fall back on if necessary, right?
Well, that's the thing. It's such a big unknown on what it could be, what can happen,
Yeah.
So yeah, no, I wanted to keep that close, like that hip pocket spare, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Just in case, because
well, it's important to have options, especially in today's world. You never know what, real estate market goes belly up, or
oh yeah, man, we don't know what
who knows,
world's gonna
or
look
as simple as like, I'm just sick and damn tired of doing this crap. I want to do something different. And that's why it's very important that we, set that up. So excuse me, I'm gonna go let him out.
I don't know if y'all can hear that, but the dog is letting Dad know, hey, quit telling stories. But no, 100%, man. And I gotta throw some love out there, dude. The amount of positive feedback that I've got since we released these episodes, from people that have watched, friends, family.
Oh man.
The amount of love that we received. Thank y'all so much for all of it. The positive feedback, the constructive criticism that we got.
Yeah. And it's been good. It's been good stuff.
Yeah. And like a lot of those individuals are, old family friends, cousins, aunts, uncles, but I think they're learning just as much about the military as we are about the civilian world through this.
Yeah.
Because a lot of them have said, like, oh man, I didn't realize, that one story that you were talking about.
Yeah.
And sorry, I'm hurting right now.
I can tell.
But they, how do I say it? It's almost like they're going through the transition with me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Which is kind of nice. Because I definitely, I will be hitting people up.
For sure. Yeah, for sure. For sure. No, I same thing. I'm really glad that you brought that up, because we were both real nervous about doing this.
Yes.
And I honestly, this is kind of part of my transition, doing something that I feel fulfilled, that I wanted to be able to reach people. I wanted for people to listen and to be like, man, I'm learning things, or I relate. And I had so many people hit me up that have either gotten out of the military, or even civilians are like, man, I didn't even think about that. Right. What you were talking about, family, friends in the military that I haven't heard from in a decade plus. Yep. Right. People hit me up, old, airmen that I used to be their boss, that have gotten out. I'm like, man, the first 2 years I was out, I was lost. I felt the same way you're feeling, And so, we certainly appreciate all the support and the love, the comments, the views. We've got, I want to say we're over 260 followers on the Facebook page. That's now,
crazy, man.
Which is nuts. And this has been out for a week.
Yeah.
A week.
Yeah.
We posted on was it Friday or Saturday? I posted the episodes. I almost it was Saturday.
Yeah.
Saturday morning. So we haven't had podcasts out for a week yet. It's been 4 or 5 days. But the Facebook page has been live for maybe a week.
Yeah.
YouTube channel, so many followers, so many subscribers, Spotify. I've even got a lot of people that were like so happy that we're out on Apple and all that. So they couldn't listen to it in their vehicles and it's not video. So we really appreciate all of y'all's support and the love you've shown us, because both of us were nervous, and honestly, neither one of us were expecting this to take off like it has.
No.
I mean, we've got, I think we got almost 100 views or more on almost every episode now that we've posted out. And it's wild.
Yeah.
Because I'm sitting here going, man, a couple of weeks ago, we were sitting in here having some bourbon. And I just threw this out there thinking you were going to laugh your ass off at me. And you went all in and bought in. And then a couple of weeks later, here we sit, you know, 5 episodes or so in. And I'm like, man, and we're getting all this feedback. So it's awesome. We really appreciate it. And you are helping us with our transition.
Yeah.
Just as much as we might be helping some of y'all in a transition, whether it be from the military to civilian, whether you're transitioning to a new job, maybe you're out there and you just had a new child, right? Or you're getting married or a divorce or whatever the transition may be. There's a whole lot of life's transitions out there that we all go through constantly. Yeah. It seems like we're always transitioning. The older we get, there's always new things. It seems like, you know, new things we got to jump into, new life lessons we're learning and all that. So I hope this at least hits somebody out there to know that 2 big, tough, old school military guys are struggling through this shit just like the rest of y'all are. Yeah. You know,
it's great though, man. It's kind of like, I feel like you got to test yourself consistently, right?
Oh yeah.
Because if you don't, you just get stagnant. Then, like, what are we even doing at that point? You know, a lot of like trying to get back into shape, getting back into the gym. You know, I'm trying to do that on top of all this so that I can stay healthy for my family on the outside, because I won't have that structured PT. That is a requirement.
Yep.
You know,
so you got to do it on your own.
I really could, if I wanted to, just get out and balloon up.
A lot of,
especially moving down south, they got
a lot of folks that do. Yeah, you're going to be in the good food.
Good food. Yeah. But you know, it's just one more thing on the checklist, like that I have to add. Like, hey, you force yourself to go out and go for a run. You know, whenever I can.
When you're not laid up because of it.
But when I can actually move.
Pulled out. Yeah, I can tell you're hurting. So
I'm trying not to shake, but I'm shaking.
I can tell. Yeah. I can see you. So okay. Well, Hayden's hurting. I'm gonna be a good friend. And I think we're gonna call this. I think we covered what we wanted to. I really enjoyed the time. Again, thank you all for the support. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel, to Spotify, like, share, tell your friends and family. We love to hear your ideas, comment, let us know what you think. Let us know what you want us to talk about. We'll be glad to. We have several things that we got planned out, but we can always adjust fire. So with that, you all have a wonderful rest of your week, and we will see you next time.
Take care, y'all.